and welcome to Peeves and Cues, the only podcast asking the question, Rogue One, secretly a prequel to Back to the Future. I'm your host, Mr. Red, and with me is the Clever Girl.
Hi.
We have Mischief Gay.
Hi.
Chocolate Thunder.
Hello.
Carmen Sandiego.
Hi.
And a very special guest, Woods, L.
Hello.
Nice. That was
Welcome.
a weird intro.
They're all weird.
Yep, I like that though.
How is everybody? How's it going?
Great.
We did it. Now we're doing Peeves and Cues, a show where we ask each other questions and talk about what's annoying us each and every week.
Well, we're all really peeved off though, so it's a perfect segue to go into peeves.
This is the segment where we talk about our peeves. It's right there in the name. Does anyone want to go first?
Not me.
Me? I'll go first.
You went first last time.
Well, okay, then I don't need to go first. Gay, do you have one?
I would like to go last.
Oh, okay.
You can go first.
Our guest.
Oh,
What's comma L?
Oh, I don't want to go
Okay,
first.
I'm gonna go.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Yeah,
Fake friends.
Oh yeah, we all have them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those friends that you just you think you can tell everything to, and then they turn around and tell everybody.
Oh, honey.
Or when they're not.
Go
Or when
ahead.
they're not.
this is-
No,
this
when
is-
they're not
When they're
even.
not.
When they're not even that close of a friend, and they still think they can tell your business to everyone,
Mhm.
even if it was 7 years ago.
No, I
maybe
think it's
more.
worse when they are a close friend.
It
Or you
is
think
worse.
they are.
That, yeah.
It is
That
worse.
really
Yeah.
It is much worse when they're closer,
Right.
but it still sucks. Anyway,
Yeah.
it still sucks.
Sometimes you just
You gotta get.
you just never know,
You don't.
and it's shitty. Like you think that your best friend in the whole wide world is gonna keep your secrets. And
Wait,
then,
I hope you know that I'm your good friend. You can tell me anything, right?
bitch, I don't believe you.
You better. I trust you with my deepest, darkest secrets.
Tell
You
it to
better
us
keep
on this
mine.
podcast. Tell it to us in front of everyone in the world.
What?
Go.
Your
All your
secrets.
secrets. Anything you have to say. Let it all out.
Okay.
Oh, honey, everybody
No,
knows.
no.
I don't know if
It's
you
not a
know.
secret for you.
It's kind of in the name, too.
Yeah.
Also in the name. That's a good peeve. That's very universal.
Everybody
Yep.
can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
bitches.
Did something like happen to you that made you think of that?
Is there a specific event? Call someone out. Give us
Yes
names.
and no. It's a series of events that's been happening for
Mhm.
like a while, and it's irritating.
It's very irritating.
What are you distancing yourself from a specific person now because of that, or no?
Or people?
Or you just like
Yes
know
and
about
no. Because it's like, well, if I do this, then I run the risk of having all my shit get told.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that
the other
yeah.
But it's
Yes.
like, like, the person's fun, and you're really close to them, like, you still want to
Yeah.
do the thing, so it's like,
You just have to be guarded.
Yeah.
That's what sucks.
it's a battle that you
You
have
can't
to
be yourself.
fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I totally get that.
totally relate to that.
Man.
Well, that's my peeve.
Well, that was a
Good one. Good one. I can go next.
Okay.
So my peeve is less, we usually do like a generic type peeve like that where it's like, hey, here's this thing, but mine is actually kind of specific. My peeve is Beauty and the Beast, the show. I think everyone's here for...
Or a movie?
Yeah, well...
In general.
the
The
movie.
story.
Yeah, the story, but
Like the-
mostly the movie. Because it's kind of terrible, and I would like to explain why it's terrible.
The new one?
Let's go.
Well,
No, the story.
The story.
In general.
The story, like the cartoon from the 90s or whatever.
Oh, that's funny.
So, we have to ask ourselves first...
80s. Was it? It came out in the 80s.
80s?
89.
Okay. We have to ask ourselves, who is the main character of Beauty and the Beast?
Belle.
Because you'd think it was Belle.
I guess Beast.
But, like, what does Belle do in the movie? What is her story arc? What lesson does she learn? How is she improved from the experience? And you'd say, okay, maybe it's the Beast, but what does he learn? He's taught at the beginning, hey, don't take things at face value. Beauty is more than just skin deep. And he's like, okay, cool. I'm going to fall in love with the beautiful woman in town whose name literally means beauty. What lesson does he learn? He's learned to be loved. He's a complete dick to everyone that he meets. And he's nice to Belle because he thinks she's pretty. That doesn't make him a better person. He has not learned his lesson. He's like, yo, I want to tap that, so I'm going to treat it nice. And then, how is that supposed to be redemption for him?
Well, I think that she has to teach him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
He
I-
does become a gentleman.
Because,
That's
yeah,
true.
he does. He, like,
He's a
he
different
softens
person
up.
from when he... Sorry.
No, go ahead.
But we don't really know so much about him, like before or after. Really, we don't know that much about him, so we don't know.
Also true.
Yeah.
Well, in the new movie, do they give him more of a backstory? There's weird backstories.
They actually make it a little bit. I don't know if this is better or worse, but like in the original thing, he's a child.
Yeah.
And in the new movie, he's like this older man who's just a spoiled brat, but he's like older, and he's like, I'm going to throw all these parties and be extravagant and everything, but he's still just like mean.
Oh, I thought he was still young.
No,
He was young when he became.
Oh, that's right.
No, he's a
yeah.
But
We saw
we
him
need
as
to
a
find
child.
like the actual like
that's the only
story,
version
like,
I
the
know.
OG.
Yeah.
Right, the brothers.
Like a douchebag, and he's an adult.
Yeah.
And then he gets changed into the beast, and he has to learn to love.
Yeah, more
but-
men should have to go through that, and women.
I get.
But not this
Some
lesson,
dicks.
because again, he just is nice to Belle. It's not like because we don't
Well,
see
he ends up being nice to everybody.
when. What did he do?
When he changes back, he's like, "Oh, Cogsworth."
Yeah.
Yeah, he's happy to see his friends and be a human again.
I think
Yes.
he's supposed to. At
Yeah,
least.
well,
It's
that's-
not
take
And
that
that's,
they
the,
learn.
and that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of what people are like, oh, this is great because he learns this lesson or whatever, we're assuming that. We don't see any, we don't really see any of that. Also, thinking about Belle as the main character, she starts off at this one place and then ends at a completely different place, which is how things should go. But it doesn't really line up together because you have, she has this line like, I want adventure in the great wide somewhere, right? Like her whole thing is she wants to get out of the town that she's living in and have some adventure. And what does she do? She gets locked in a tower to like hang out with
In
this
a
man.
castle.
Yeah, but like that's
an adventure.
that's part of an adventure. In almost every adventure story, you see the characters get locked up somewhere and then escape. And
She did.
She doesn't.
She went home
When
he let her go.
She didn't
When
get
he
all the
changed.
way home though.
Yeah, she got all the way home.
she made it home
No,
and talked
be-
to because her father
No,
was there.
because the
That's
wolf
with the
got
wolves,
her.
and then he comes and
Well,
then.
then he
but
comes and
then he
rescues
let
her.
her
But
go.
then after that, towards the
He
end,
let her go because her father was in the woods.
Oh, then she
And then he
goes
went back to the
and then
town.
kills
Gaston's
beasts.
like, "Marry me, bitch, or I'm gonna kill this beast." So,
but in my mind, that's not an adventure. That's like a series of bad events. That
what happens in the musical, and I think it explains it in a really good way, is
No,
when she
right.
gets let go
Oh.
and goes back to the village. Don't interrupt me.
Well, I thought I was going to agree with you, but I'm
Yeah,
not.
when she goes back to the village, she has this song, "A Change in Me."
Right.
She has changed.
Yes.
And it literally goes through the song. It says, "I've changed. I don't want this, extravagant life I thought I wanted when I was little, but I just realized that, like, I want to be here. I want to be with people I love. I want to love people for who they are."
And that's true. I was going to bring up that the stage show does a better job of kind of tying things together because there's a line when she's locked up. She has a song where she sings, like, I can't remember what the line is, but she was saying, I can't believe that I used to want to get away from my town and now I'd give anything to be back home or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. But it's just like, it just doesn't to me track as like an emotional through line.
Fun fact:
Mhm.
that song you're talking about
Change in Me.
was added to the musical when Toni Braxton played it,
Oh, interesting.
and it's
Because I got the original cast recording and it wasn't on that. Now I
it's
know
in a
why.
much lower key. It's in the key of Me. I used to sing that in music theater.
The key of
workshop class.
That would be a great song. The Key of Me.
It is.
I used to sing.
I'm gonna write it.
I really
Fun
love
fact about Beauty and the Beast. The Beast is supposed to represent AIDS of the 1990s.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I
posted
didn't
that on
know that.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, that's probably
Tell me how.
What?
Yeah.
because Kill the Beast is how everyone was scared of AIDS and wanted it dead and all this
What?
stuff, and because the person who wrote the lyrics,
But who
Yeah.
fell in love with AIDS and made AIDS a
the
better
most
person?
beautiful person.
Okay,
ever.
well,
You said something. I forgot what
I'm
you
just
said.
saying, Tim Rice, he was gay and had AIDS, and so he definitely took this as his last stand to be like, "This is what I feel like. I feel like the Beast, who everyone just hates and everything like
It's
that."
kind of like beautiful in a weird way.
I know. That's what really I was like, "Oh, damn, that's deep."
Right. So, as is the case with a lot of the classic Disney stories that everyone loves, I think it's kind of terrible, and the lessons to be learned are not good lessons. But people watch it, so it's just like, you have to be aware of what you're taking
Yeah,
in.
a lot of them are. The Disney versions are so different
Dumbed down.
than what the story is really meant.
Right.
Of
I also
my
think-
beloved Pocahontas.
hmm I also think a lot about The Little Mermaid, how that's like this whole story where the Little Mermaid Ariel is the main character, but like the big final climax of the movie, she disappears, and then it's like Prince Eric or whatever. It's like, I'm going to fight the sea witch, and it's like, why are you doing this? Why is this not Ariel's fight?
Because he's the man.
Because he's the man, yeah.
And she completely changes herself. But she changes it because she wants to. So you can really see it either way.
But that's always the case in
the
these
original
movies. Like, she
story
changes
Little
herself because
Mermaid-
she wants to, because she's in love with the man.
Either she has to change or he does.
It's like
One of them's
something
got
super
to, and that's
Yeah,
what she
Yeah.
she's like a prisoner.
Doesn't she, like...
They made that.
I just read
herself?
something what it was. But
I
Yeah,
think
it's
Ariel
really
kills
super
herself.
dark.
something.
Oh,
He
something like
marries
that.
like
Yeah, in the original...
what's her name, Vanessa. He like ends up marrying her,
That's
and
Yeah.
like she
Yeah, she
whatever.
turns
She
into like
doesn't want-
sea foam or something, so
She-
she throws herself into the sea and becomes sea foam. It's weird.
Yeah, she wants to be on land for more than just him, I believe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's what she says in the beginning. It's
Yeah.
like, I want to be part of their world.
You can definitely see an evolution of females in the Disney universe as we got older. Yeah, they were all those princesses were pretty much the same. Jasmine was a really good
It really is.
outspoken one too. Mulan was a good
Mulan
one.
is
Like,
my
that made a big
Oh,
change
come
at the
on,
time.
sorry,
Oh, yeah.
it's my favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
Even her.
even her because she didn't go with John Smith. She could have. I mean, she does in the second movie.
It's just
But we don't
interesting.
talk about that.
The second
Other
movie
guy.
sucks, and she dies.
It's just interesting to think about, like, Snow White, who literally is like, I'm going to fall asleep and do nothing
hopes-
until
and
a man
Cinderella,
shows
like
up.
I hope a man.
And
comes
now we
and
have
finds me.
But
Frozen, which is just like woman
Sleeping
power.
Beauty. I hope someone comes and kisses.
You know what's wild about Disney movies, and I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it now,
Mhm.
is that Princess and the Frog, she's
Yeah.
the only princess that's black, but like her storyline is so shitty compared to everybody else's.
Yeah.
She had to work for everything, she had to do this, that, and the other thing, she was
Mhm.
poor, this and
Yeah,
that.
she's
Yeah.
only a princess at the end
Yeah.
of the movie.
And it's like,
Yeah.
why couldn't she be a princess like the rest of the bitches?
Maybe
Yeah.
they were trying to represent what African American people go through and all the shit that they go through that they don't need to, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
It still sucks.
Yeah, like
Right.
even
It's like, why don't you do that and also have another, like, black princess who's just,
Yeah.
Well, maybe
I'm just
they
a princess.
will.
They will.
Yeah.
they've
They better.
I have no doubt that they will.
eventually.
I want them to make, like, The Little Mermaid, but she's, like,
I mean,
Ariel's
what did
just
they
black
just
and
come
they
out-
just
they
never
just
talk
came
about
out
it.
with-
They're just like,
They have gender bent, like you see the art, the gender bent
Yeah.
Disney
Oh.
princesses, and they're gorgeous.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good peeve.
I
so
think-
yeah, that's
yeah.
my peeve. It's pretty specific, but
I'm into it.
Nice.
all right. Who wants to?
Uh
You
oh.
stand up.
You better wake it up.
Dance a little bit.
No.
You're going
I got-
last, so we got 3.
Okay, I will do one, but it's kind of general. Carmen Sandiego here.
Yeah.
Representing Riverdale. No.
Yeah.
Carmen Sandiego on the
We
scene.
got a
Such a
season 2,
good
everybody.
show.
Clap it up.
What is it?
4
CW
more and we
Tuesdays
get a
night?
movie.
Nice.
When people give you unsolicited advice
Mm.
Ooh.
it could be about anything, but just in general, when
Yeah.
people, but I'll even go a step further. When people that don't really know you
Ooh.
Yeah.
give you unsolicited advice,
Yeah. Yeah.
or I mean anybody, but
Sometimes a completely blind eye
you didn't ask for it.
can help you.
Advice you didn't ask for.
Oh.
Did you ask for it? Unsolicited. I had a friend just like you in high school. She had a 4.0 and she still asked me that shit, so don't feel bad.
Like you never asked for their advice.
Right.
It's like, let me tell you what you need to do.
Sometimes a blind eye is good, but most of the time it's not.
Yeah. So there's this other thing that sometimes I'll say that I want to do something, and other people who have gone through that say, no, you don't, as if they're trying to help me out. But it's like, first of all, you might be trying to say that what I want isn't like great or like there's some bad thing to it.
Yeah.
I still want to do that. You haven't taken that away from me.
Mhm.
I still have that.
I do
want
that a lot
in
to
my-
you.
You do, yeah.
I do like it. My friends give me advice though,
Mhm.
but my friends,
But you ask for it, right?
Do you ask for it?
even if I don't ask for it, if I'm doing something and they're like, hey, maybe
Maybe
you should do this, or maybe not, but like in a nice way, you know?
Well, maybe with
like
your
come to
friends-
me in a nice way and say, you know, maybe, and I might be like, oh my god,
Yeah.
you know, but I would rather that happen. Like if I'm in a show and I'm doing something and they're like,
That's different.
oh, you know, or even just in regular life, like if I'm doing something, they might be like, hey,
That's
you know,
like
maybe-
the total opposite approach I will take. If you're
Yeah.
doing something fucking stupid, I'm gonna fucking tell you you're doing something stupid and you need to
Right.
stop.
See,
Well,
and
maybe-
everybody
I-
takes stuff
no.
differently.
I would like somebody to tell me that.
Maybe
I
with
mean,
your
there
friends.
there are certain things that I would be like, kind of like, listen, like, I know that I know. Okay.
Listen, I know, I just can't help it.
I know, like,
Clever girl, maybe not eat so much. Bitch, I know. I know. You don't need to tell me.
Like my tannings. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it. I'm working on it. I know.
I think maybe with your friends, it's like an implied.
Well, I wouldn't be
advice
mad. I wouldn't be mad if somebody told me, like, listen, I'm aware and I know.
I think the difference is because your friends know you.
Yeah.
And what Carmen Sandiego is like, this person that doesn't even know you.
Maybe like a coworker.
Yeah,
or
I want to say patient because that's what I take it, but like clients, anybody who's just like
Somebody
blah blah blah, and be like, I don't remember asking your
or
opinion.
someone who's just like an acquaintance, like not a close friend.
No, I
we all do shows, so maybe somebody who's in a show,
yeah.
but you're not friends with them.
Maybe
They're
someone
just
who's
like,
on a tech crew, and you're
Yeah,
like, bitch, I'm not a
Yeah.
movie. Don't talk to me.
you should do this, blah blah blah. No, I shouldn't. Leave me alone.
I
Good one.
wish somebody would
Wish somebody would what?
give me advice in a show.
In a show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I wish people would. Well, now you got a good part in a show coming up. I'm excited to see it.
Well,
Maybe you should do a part of your show for us right now, and then we'll give you advice about it.
no. Fuck you.
All right.
No, I don't want your advice.
Okay.
Fuck you. Nice.
Cool.
Good
cool.
peeve.
So, who's next?
Okay. When someone always has a physical ailment.
Mm.
Oh, I know a lot of people.
Like
who are like
hypochondria?
this.
Not
Kind of, but they're always like if you say, oh, let's go do this, and they're like, oh, I can't. I have this problem. I was born with, I can't.
dyslexia, and I can't
Yeah,
go to the movies.
Right,
with
I can't do
subtitles.
this. I can't. I don't know. I can't even explain it well, but I can't. I was born with two different muscle. I can't lift the same. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's
I have
not
a
even a
titty
thing.
uterus. I can't go.
No, I know a lot of people who do this, and oh, I can't. My back is hurt really bad. I can't do that. Okay, some people do have issues. I get that, but there are some people who you find where every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I can't do that. Oh no, I have this issue, and I have this issue, and this issue, and this issue. Every single thing is wrong with them.
So you want
How do you
I don't
live?
like you. I don't want to do stuff with you.
No,
No, they love me.
No, impossible.
no, it's
Do you think
not
maybe
to mention names, but
maybe it might be like an attention thing where they're like they want to be like, hey,
very
think
much
about
an attention thing.
Yeah.
Very much an attention.
Totes.
So,
Oh, yes. Totes.
Always getting
Mischief.
Always
Did you
getting
have
in.
something to
Yeah.
comment on
Okay,
that?
so it wasn't a physical thing, but in school it was like I don't know, like a few weeks ago. Sometimes our teachers bring some donuts at the beginning of the day.
Oh, cool.
To be nice.
Nice.
And one of my friend, she's kind of been like my day one, ever since we started the program, we've been super tight.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but bitch is always sick. No, I'm saying.
no, she has a peanut allergy.
Oh.
But I've asked her before, I'm like, if you smell it, you don't have an allergic reaction, right? She's like, no, it's just if I consume it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. So, one of the donuts had peanuts on them. I like peanuts, so I grabbed it and I ate it.
Uh-huh.
And I was 10 feet from her, and she tells me, she's like, can you leave the room and eat that? I'm gonna get a headache. I'm like, girl, it's not that serious. It's gonna be gone in 2 minutes.
Of course
Yeah.
you
Also, why
Nut
can't she leave the
donuts.
room?
What?
Why can't she leave the room?
I do like nut donuts.
Of course
But
you
that's
would.
not what happens when you have a.
No, but it was just really annoying.
I'm just saying. It's
And
not what happens.
I ate it in the room. So.
Yeah.
And just whenever breathe there.
Yeah.
Do you want some of this?
I
That's what
went
it is.
to college with this girl who was also a theater major. She had all of these fucking issues. Anything under the fucking sun, this stupid ass bitch had. Okay. So during acting class, you have to bring in scenes, monologues and stuff.
Mm.
Every time this bitch got up to do something. I'm
Uh,
sorry, my throat's just so dry today.
Yeah, or when they get up to
I'm
sing.
just not feeling well.
I'm so sick
I'm
today.
sick.
Yes, that is her. Every single time she do any fucking thing. Ugh.
mhm.
She got me in trouble because I tweeted the word cunt. Yep, and she thought I was tweeting it about her, me, and my BFF at the time.
Was it just the word, or was it in a sentence?
Nope, it was cunt.
Hmm.
She thought it was
Sufficient
about her.
and to the point.
She took it to public safety. Like,
Really?
everybody got involved.
Her life was
Wow.
And you were just like, listen, I like that word.
Correct, exactly. And she wanted no contact against me and this other girl. You know, we're all majors, so we all have classes together. So at the
Right.
end of the semester, she's trying to talk to me, and I'm like, bitch, fuck you. You just
Yeah.
ruined my senior year of college.
Right.
Like, no.
Listen, why would she care if it was about her?
Just
Why doesn't she just raise her
Well,
head high and move
she
on?
fucked up that night,
because they can.
is why she thought it was about her.
Oh.
She fucked up
Did
real
that kind of
bad.
sound.
Yeah.
Now it is about her.
We definitely
Now
have.
it is.
Yeah,
that person.
my professors like yelled at me like, this poor girl doesn't have any friends now because of you. And I'm like, it's not my fucking fault.
Have you met her?
Like, what the fuck?
She won't have a career either because she always has something.
She's
going.
terrible. Oh god.
I'm gonna move on to
That's
my
a good one.
peeve this week, and I've just gotten it a lot lately because my very good friend of mine, is getting married, and we just had her bridal shower last weekend. But I literally walk in there helping set up something. Her grandmother comes in, doesn't even say like, "Hi, how you doing?" She says, "Are you engaged?"
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
Ugh.
That's the worst.
And I swear it's a question I get asked at least 5 times a day.
Yep.
Even at work, I get asked it
Yep.
all the time. When are you going to get engaged? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, damn, why do you care?
Oh yeah, because it's a random stranger.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
I have a
literally
lot of
like,
family who does that. If I go on a date,
Yeah.
oh, so is this the one? Listen, I don't know. I don't know. Jeez.
Your pressure.
I know.
Gosh, like
tell
I know
anybody.
I'm getting off.
Well, I just can't hide it because everyone knows I'm in a relationship.
Right.
But,
Yeah, different with you.
Sorry.
yeah.
I found.
Must be nice.
Sorry. Well, I'm just saying.
We're all looking at you
all
like,
things aren't. You have someone.
no, I don't. No, I don't.
We'll talk about that later. But
No one who's committed to me.
Ooh, we're gonna get him.
Call someone out.
That's all I'm saying.
Give us a name.
The marine biologist. He is not committed to you, right?
He's not a marine biologist.
I know.
You're just trying to save your identity from this.
Yeah.
Well,
Never mind.
No,
this is
Bitch, you
going
drank that whole cup.
it's about gone.
Mine's fine.
Anyway, I just.
Can I talk about
yes,
that
you
comic?
can. Yeah.
I found this picture online and I sent it to Clever Girl because this is very true. And it's this couple talking with this one woman, and this other woman says, "So when are you two going to get married?" And they say, "I don't know. When did you last poop?" And she says, "That's a little personal." And they say, "You started it."
That's funny.
It's completely true.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Correct.
I cracked up because
I literally tell people, like every time somebody asks that to Mr. Red, like he adds on 2 years, so shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
like,
right.
just so they like take it seriously. Like I don't want to talk about it,
Right. This is
and it's none of your goddamn
literally
business.
none of your business. Right.
So
I
that's
just-
definitely my
I
piece.
just don't understand why there are some things that people think it's not super rude to ask. Like that.
People are assholes.
Yeah.
They don't
There's
care.
no
They don't,
boundaries.
have
They
no
don't
boundaries.
think about it, and
Yeah.
especially older generations. They don't. They just.
They
it's
think
not-
that's what women do.
Yeah,
is get married.
I mean, in their generations, they got married young.
Yeah.
Way young.
Well, because you just had to.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I
My
mean,
granny got married right out of high school.
So did
So
did
I.
I.
got married
Both of my
in high
dads.
school.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was 17.
Ugh,
Mine
can
were
you
both young.
imagine
Mine
being
was
married?
17.
Mine
No,
were
that's
both,
insane.
Like 20.
I would
Something.
die.
You're not even a
20
person yet at 17.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
You changed so much.
Mm.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. That's another.
I
piece for
can-
another
It's
day.
different now. It's just
Yeah.
times are different.
Yeah.
It's because we're all like our generation is product of people getting divorced all the time. So now we're super
Right.
careful about like
Yes,
I don't want to get married unless like I like really know this is the one. I think you're the one.
Yeah.
But
A lot of our
Like, a lot of
grandparents,
people-
they didn't grow up in that time.
they stayed together no
divorce
matter what.
wasn't really a
Yeah.
thing, as
Right.
much of a thing.
But their children divorced everybody.
right.
Yep.
So
now
They're just
we're
a new-
looking at our parents
Right.
thinking,
I don't want to end up like that.
yes, exactly.
But I can't imagine what it is like. When are you gonna find somebody? When are you gonna?
Mhm.
Because it's like I don't need to.
And then as soon as we get married, it's going to be like, when are you
When
going
are
to
you gonna have kids?
It's like
And then
maybe-
we're gonna have that kid.
It
When are you gonna have
doesn't-
another
it
kid?
doesn't end.
Why do you care?
Right.
Why do you care what I'm doing?
Well,
yeah.
When we're gonna have 2 girls, probably. I hope that's not the case. And then they go, when are you gonna have a boy? Never.
Right.
We're done.
And it's just like so many people, you never know what another person's situation is. It's like maybe they can't have kids, and that's like a really
right, and you like don't want to talk about it,
right, and that's like a huge thing for them. It's like, when are you gonna have kids? And then just start crying, and it's just like, you did this.
Oh my god, you should do that.
But I mean,
just start crying.
I can't wait I'm ready to figure out.
We gotta think about it in this way. Like, since we know that their generation is different and everything, we gotta think, okay, let's not be so sensitive about it. You know? Like, okay, they're not thinking about, like, they're not thinking about it in the same way. So when they're saying, oh, when are you gonna get married? When are you gonna have kids? When are you gonna die? We're taking it like,
seriously,
oh my god. We're taking it like, why do you care? Why do you keep asking? And they're like, not thinking it's a big deal. They're like, why would you get upset about that? It's not a big deal. Like, I'm not being mean. I'm not rushing. I'm not thinking it's a big deal. So, I mean, that's their perspective.
Yeah. It's just different culture completely. It's just like,
yeah.
You don't even
That's
know.
what I try to think of. Like, when my grandparents say stuff like, my grandparents are like 90s.
Yeah, mine are
I mean,
80s. Yeah.
Mine are in their 70s.
I just can't believe that. I just can't believe how much I get asked it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I'm at a shower for my best friend. All the focus should be on her. Why are you even asking me what I'm doing?
Right.
Maybe to create conversation.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is something I could
I know, she's literally the devil on my shoulder.
No, I'm just trying to, like, give
I
the
know.
other...
Which is what we should be doing.
Yeah.
Listen, trying to figure out the
It
other
depends
side.
on how it's asked, too. Because if you're like, well,
It
you
is.
need to find, like, that's annoying.
Yeah.
You're like, listen, I'm on nobody's
Do
time.
people tell you that?
No, they don't. But I've had, once in a while, people are like, oh my gosh. Like, if my girl's not dating anybody right now, like, oh my gosh.
You
How
a
old
strong,
are you?
independent woman.
Yeah, I'm like, you back up.
I literally
No.
think, and I shouldn't ever, like, be like, oh, Carmen Sandiego needs a man. But I'm like, I have never met somebody who's good enough to be with Carmen Sandiego. So,
That's right.
so I'm literally like,
No.
the thunder. Sorry,
Dramatic statement.
I know. God was just like, you go, clever. I know.
Yeah.
I haven't created anyone enough for her. I haven't changed someone yet.
Yeah. They haven't gone through a Beauty and the Beast like transformation.
Yeah.
Because she is the beauty of the book.
Oh, God.
All right. That brings us to gay.
Only one left.
Okay.
I hope it's good. We waited till the last.
Don't put the pressure on.
This is gonna be kind of deep.
All right, let's do
I'm
it.
ready. Let me get some tissue.
So this peeve is like kind of like self-reflecting.
Mm.
Okay.
Whoa.
Like my peeve is like when I get like so in my head about certain things, you know, like
Mhm.
things happen to you sometimes, and as a result, like when you see something remotely similar start to happen, you jump to conclusions and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, it's gonna be like that
gonna be
again.
exactly
Like, yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
exactly the same. So that's kind of,
I do that.
yeah, that's my
You will struggle with that your whole life. What you... I don't know if you're asking my advice, but
Yeah,
I'm going to give it to you. Honestly, but sometimes you got to just go inside yourself and say, it's not always going to be like that.
Not every person is the
Not
same.
every person is going to
You gotta
screw me
give them a
over.
chance.
That
You hear with
situation.
unsolicited advice.
I know.
That's very similar.
Yeah.
We're just...
We've just been there.
You're so
And how about
We've
this?
been to therapy for it. You know, I literally have been to therapy for it, so.
And you are able to see that in yourself, so that's already so much
Yeah.
better than just a lot of people who...
I realize that it happens, and I realize that I'm being so in my head, but I
But you'll
can't
have to
help
go
it.
through it.
Yeah.
Which is another, like, bringing it back to your peeve of, like, I need to go through things,
Yeah.
even though it might not be something
Oh,
I
right.
should be going through.
Right, yeah.
Every
Everyone-
situation
everybody
is
goes through
different
it.
as you approach it, and every person is different.
Mm-hmm.
How you react to it
Yeah, that's
is
the
your
thing.
growth.
Mhm.
So,
That's
Yeah.
what shows who you are.
but
I'll like know that, like she said, like I have to do something, but then I think of like the worst possible outcome.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
what
Yep.
that's
Yeah.
going to bring.
That's
you know?
normal.
And then your mind just spirals.
So then I just say, you know what, whatever. Like I'm just gonna sweep it under the rug. I don't even care. And then
yeah, until it
just,
all bubbles up to the
Yeah.
surface and you just,
Yep.
yeah.
And that's what happens every single time with me, because like I let everything build up over time, and then eventually I just I either break down emotionally, or I get really pissed off and scream at somebody.
Mhm.
I'm
But-
the same way.
I cry.
Yeah.
I cry a lot.
I just
Or I used to cry even
mad.
more.
Oh, I
Oh,
get
yeah.
so mad and just.
Situations,
Yeah.
like suppressing things. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweeping it under the rug.
I think I've come to a point in my life, because I'm a few years older.
Yeah, you old
just a
lady.
few. Ma'am.
Yeah,
ma'am.
Mr. King is the youngest.
Yeah,
We
Mr.
should
K
probably
is the
say
youngest.
that.
And I'm,
Yeah.
I'm the oldest. So sad. I can't even say it.
She not that old.
I used to do that, and I probably do. Everyone does that to some extent, but now I'm like, I need to deal with this right now, because why not? Deal with it right now. Whatever the consequences may be, whatever anybody thinks, I need to, like, even if I'm talking myself through it and not telling anybody else, whatever I'm going through,
I do that.
I need to do it now, because if later I already know from past experiences, it's going to be 10 times
It's gonna
worse.
eat you
Yeah,
inside.
and it's going to just continue to just be something on your mind. You're going to have anxiety about it.
You get gray hair.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
You'll get a
Yeah,
lot of
gray
hair.
hair.
Yeah. But it took me a while to get to that place where I am now. Like, I was very, like, everything was internalized. I didn't tell anybody, like, whatever was going on. Even if it was not that big of a deal, I'm like, oh, no one else needs to deal with this. Like, I'll just figure it out.
22, 23 was
Yeah.
when I really was like, okay, we can think past this.
Mhm.
See, I think I grew up too fast. I was
You
younger.
did.
'Cause
Oh boy, you did.
when
Yeah.
when I hit college, I was parenting already.
Yeah.
The people that are the same fucking age as me, like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? Why are you being stupid?
That's why we call you mama.
It's-
That's what you do to everybody.
Because I don't know if it's like, it's weird because I wasn't like raised by anybody. Nobody like guided me in this direction or guided me in that direction because my mom was a single parent and she
Why?
acted
Yeah.
as a friend as opposed to
Mhm.
my mom. So then when I moved back with my granny, it kind of was the same way. Like she never, like I never had any like guidance. Like nobody
Right.
was like,
They
don't
just-
be like that. No.
They just
like,
kind of were like, here's
Yeah.
food, here's shelter, here's
yeah,
this.
and I just kind of did it. But
Girl,
it's not like
yeah.
it's not like it was a bad situation. Like my grandma is my rock, my heart and soul.
Mhm.
But I don't know, it's weird.
My parents were very strict up to 18. Well, 19. Until I started college and my mom moved out. Then it was all of a sudden nothing. No rules.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
I didn't
make
go
bad
crazy.
choices.
I didn't go crazy or make bad decisions.
You were too scared too?
I was way too sheltered. So I really did not make like bad decisions. I didn't. But when I started dating, you know who maybe, but
I also grew up a lot faster than a lot of people in certain areas anyway, because when I was in high school, I remember like early high school, I was just a complete weird child. I was just a weirdo. But then I think about halfway through high school, I was just like, all these people are just idiots.
Yes.
And I was just like, and a lot of people talk about, were you like bullied in high school or whatever? And I never had any of that because I was just stayed out of everyone's way because they were just so much more immature than I was. And I was like, I'm just going to read my book, do my homework, and just wait till I'm done with high school. And everyone else was like, this is the most important thing. Somebody said this thing about me. And it's just like, literally, you won't remember anyone's names in 5 years.
I will. But
Yeah.
I remember everything, and that's what's really hard.
yeah,
Me too.
I do too.
Like,
I remember
that's the
stuff.
shit that, like, you go to bed at night, and then you're like, I fucking said that to or someone said that about me, or I
Oh.
did this, and
I
it
remember.
just will eat you inside sometimes, and sometimes you're just gonna go, I'm not that person anymore. That's kind of what you have to say. Like,
Yes.
I'm not that person. I will not make that mistake because I've learned da-da-da-da-da.
One thing that helped me
Same here.
is as soon as I graduated high school, I went through my Facebook and deleted everyone
I
that I
did
didn't
too.
care about, that
You
wasn't like
have
family
to.
or like close friends or whatever, because I was just like, I'm never going to see any of these people again. I don't care about any of them.
Yep.
I literally still lie in bed at night and think about that one time in 5th grade that I like cheated but didn't cheat on the test and like got in trouble for it.
Yep.
Like I swear to God, I just thought of it and like, what was I thinking?
I think about, like, my family used to play cards all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we play, it's called 31 or Tunk, or if anybody knows that. But Like, I was playing and I'd never won before, and I was so close to winning, and, like, my uncle beat me, and I just, like, broke down. And I was like, I was too old to be breaking down about card games. And I think about that, and I'm like, oh, my uncle doesn't remember that. I'm like, but what if he does?
But at that point, my life motto right now is, it already happened,
Yeah.
you can't fix it.
And that's so...
You don't
And that's
ruminate
a
on
great
it.
motto to
That's-
have.
You
yeah.
can't.
I was
It's
doing
going to
that
eat you alive.
in high
Yeah.
school, like
I definitely
in
have.
math class.
I definitely have like those little things, just like, oh, that was so like that. Maybe not even embarrassing, but just an uncomfortable situation, and for some reason it just sticks with you.
Yeah.
You just
You
can't.
want to apologize to the people
And-
that you were like,
and
"Hey,
they-
I'm so sorry,"
And they don't remember.
But something had to bring on that action, though. That's always my other thing. Like, I would have done this if they hadn't done that.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
fuck them.
Mhm.
Fuck this.
That's dangerous territory. Of blaming others for mistakes.
I don't think that's necessarily it.
But to like a certain point, everything
It's a butterfly effect.
happens because of something that someone else does.
You know what? I also believe that I was a very late bloomer, and I feel like I just wasn't mature enough when I was in high school. I was not mature enough.
Mhm.
We are a great mix of too
I'm just
mature
saying.
and late bloomers
Yep.
in this group.
I was a very late bloomer. You know, I hadn't even, I don't know, entered womanhood until I was 16 years old. And I was just not even ready.
You know
for
what she did.
I know, it was just the word
I'm sorry, but it's true.
It's such a dumb age to lump everyone together for so long.
Here,
together.
put all these people at the same age, all being dorky,
Rough
and hormones
times.
just like raging, and you're like, I don't know what I am, I don't know what I am, I don't know what to
Rough
do.
times.
And then
Here,
the thing-
be together.
And then
like,
I think in
rough
Harry
times.
Potter they do the same thing, but they all have
that
magic. So that's just a terrible.
Can you
decision.
imagine?
Yeah, imagine you're in high school, but everyone could do magic.
I'd kill somebody.
Yeah.
Bitch, you got the lead in the school play.
I wouldn't use the spell, though. I'd stick the water through
Yeah, you just stab him.
I remember getting a call to the principal's office.
He is the boss.
because I got the lead in the school play, and this other girl didn't get the lead in the school play, and her
I know,
parents
it was
got
me.
mad.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, it was not. And her parents got mad, and so they came in. And, oh my god,
None of us went to high school together except me. Did you two? At
We
the very
did.
end?
we did.
Yeah.
Mr. Ed and Woods come out.
What's coming
What's
out?
coming out?
Interesting.
Do you guys want to move on to questions?
Yeah.
Who?
Did we not start questions?
Well, we didn't.
She like
No,
kind
it
of
was
started
like
a
phased
question.
into it.
Do you want to count that as your question, or do you have another one for the group?
Oh no, we'll figure it out later.
All right, who wants to go first?
I'm gonna change
Cover.
mine.
I have one. And I'm really excited to ask this question of you all. What non-theater hobby do you have
Ooh.
that we might not know about? I mean,
Okay.
we might know about it, but
Cool.
Oh, that's totally
mine, I really like gardening.
I just had a conversation with somebody, and it was the same thing as well. I don't like it.
I love
I
gardening.
love it. I just put mine in this weekend.
Nice.
I will share my harvest with you.
I was in a
Yay!
greenhouse today, and I thought I was going to die.
I love gardening. I paint.
Just happened at a greenhouse today.
I paint a lot.
Pictures?
Yeah. and pottery. Yes, I paint a lot.
I didn't know you meant like walls and stuff.
Oh no, fuck that. I know you paint a lot. You just paint a lot of walls.
Listen, I do that a lot. I paint for people, and they pay me to paint like their
This is why I
barns
was
and their
coming out
fences and stuff. Okay.
What also made that so golden was like the little hand flourish that she did
She's
to
like-
represent painting pictures. Pictures?
Like pictures? I like gardening. I like painting. I like walking.
Yeah.
Walking.
What else do I like? Oh, I cosplay a lot. That's
Oh, yeah.
kind of artsy. So I
Dressing
consider that like a
costume
theater
on.
thing because you're making a costume and you're wearing it and you're acting like somebody else. So I consider that. But I do it a lot.
Mhm.
So.
Cool.
I don't know if apparently you guys didn't know I like gardening.
Yeah. That really set the clip off. That was
You know,
great.
I think that I knew, but the way you just said it,
That was just funny.
I like gardening.
That's kind of a new thing, isn't it?
Oh, I wish.
Yeah, I just recently
Gardening together.
really got like into it the last couple painting,
Pictures?
cosplaying. Listen, I like talking with my hands a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So non-theater hobbies.
Non-theater hobbies. Well, I don't think this counts as a hobby, but I love to consume media, just like TV and movies and stuff, and just consume it. Yeah, and like video games. And I also love just thinking about it and talking about it. It's one thing to just be like, I'm watching this show. It's really cool. I also like writing scripts and stuff, like TV shows. What else do I like to do? I like to build things if I can. I like to get.
Oh, I love building things. I built all the furniture in my apartment.
There's a little robot over there that I assembled by myself. It's pretty
I
cool.
hate it.
Yeah,
I
hates
hate
it.
that robot.
Clever girl hates
Oh, I
it.
want to go see it in a second. I saw it over there.
Yeah, so I like building things. Back to the.
Yeah.
I like building things.
He's like got an
You like
engineering
building things
mind.
with like that stuff.
Yeah,
I
I
was
mean-
talking
Well,
about
like furniture too. Like
I mean, I like to. I just don't have the material or the time or the knowledge to do that. But I've always wanted to just, take an idea in my head and from scratch, not from an instruction book like that or whatever.
Yeah,
That's just
I
the
didn't
start of the
follow
thing.
any instructions. I just kind of winged it.
I can build stuff.
I used to whittle when I was in Boy Scouts.
see, you were in Boy Scouts. You lied to me.
Yeah, I did lie to you.
Uh-oh.
You knew I was in Boy Scouts, though. I told you that before.
We
You
were
asked.
at the fire yesterday, and I was like, "What kind of Boy Scout are you?" He's like, "I'm a Boy Scout."
Okay, I don't do it a lot anymore, but like I used to like write like a lot of like songs.
Nice. I never knew that.
Yeah, but I haven't done it in a really long time.
What are you doing? Write us a song!
Write us a song.
Right, it's a song. You're the
I need to get
piano
back
man.
into it, but
No, there's
that's
not one.
I guess I would consider that.
No, but I'm gonna look up how to open a wine.
There's so many ways, but it's so hard.
Just
I guess I would consider that like
Yeah,
a
just
passion
smash it.
hobby.
Yeah,
it's
that's a good one.
I also,
Wait, can
I guess I can't say I this is a hobby because I haven't really done it yet, but I do really want to get into like drag. I think that'd be really fun.
Oh yeah.
That's like cosplaying.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I really like
Like-
walking in heels.
Yeah. Can I ask how you write songs? Do you play an instrument? Or
No,
do you just like write?
I just write the lyrics. I guess I should say,
Okay.
but I kind of have like a melody
Melodic
in my head.
tune. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
So yeah,
You have nothing because you
You-
bounce
oh, you
from show
only
to
do
show
shows.
to show.
You're a gypsy
But,
dog.
so I'm
Because I'm a star.
yeah, but I'm excited to see what you come up with.
Well, you're right. I really don't. Like, does sex count as a hobby?
Sure.
Oh my
Of
god.
course.
Yeah, and you do it.
Because that's a real thing. Makeup is like theater related.
I would say you do.
I would
make
I would
it.
say
Yeah.
separate.
because you do it so well.
I want you to do more tutorials.
You know, I really want to be a fucking YouTuber. I guess that's
Just
like
do
one of my
it.
hobbies.
It's so easy.
No, it isn't.
That's not easy at all.
No, it isn't.
You need like lights.
It's
and
not.
Seriously,
Stuff.
I have this.
other stuff.
But it's
I'm
all
gonna-
in your control.
So I'm going to give this idea away over the air now because I've had this idea to do a YouTube
Don't do
show.
it. Don't do
Well, I'm never going to do it
it. Why?
because it's just too much time.
We can do it.
But it's called What If, and it's just me sitting in front of a camera. It's the easiest thing in the world. It's me sitting in front of a camera talking about something that I've like written a short script for, and it's usually about what if something in pop culture were different. So, for example, the first one that I want to do is what if Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones wasn't a dwarf?
Did
What
we
if
lose
he
all
was-
of you right now? All
Hello?
of you?
Hello?
Anybody?
I'm listening.
There's an
Yeah,
audience
fine.
who.
Alright.
What if he wasn't a dwarf because the character is a dwarf, and what if he was born as I'm not going to use the word normal size, but what if he was born say like average size? That's the same thing.
what if Will
No.
Smith was gay?
What if
What if Will Smith was
gay?
white?
What if Will Smith was white? All these things,
I'm into it.
but
That would be like a fun thing.
I had the next one that I would do is what if Dexter, the TV show, happened in real life? Because I wanted to do this thing where I would edit out all the parts where he killed people and show it to people who had never even heard of Dexter and be like, do you get that this guy... Because he's such a bad liar, and all these characters in the shows are. So, that'd be fun. So, somebody can take that. I'm not going to do it, ever. But I always wanted to.
Tomorrow you're like,
I know. Tomorrow we set up the camera.
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
You take it.
I don't have time.
See?
don't.
This is my
You
point.
don't.
because you do too many shows.
The thing is, though, it's not like I'm a diehard, like, I don't know a lot of musicals, I don't know a lot of scripts.
I know, but you just bounce because it's like I gotta stay busy. I gotta
I
be
have to.
around my people. I gotta be.
It's building and it's a learning experience, and I mean, it's community theater, but I feel like I can still take some of the things that I've learned, because, like, the people that I'm working with right now have worked on some big stages and done, like, a lot of freaking things, and I'm like,
Yeah.
me, take me there.
Definitely.
I don't know. I guess sex is my only hobby.
And what do you?
Flirting with men that I'm never going to have sex with.
You're good at that.
I'm so good.
So many people love you.
Why?
Meanwhile,
First of all, you're
because you flirt with
beautiful.
all these
I
things
think
that you
that's
want.
funny because I don't like anyone.
Well,
But I like to be social at parties.
Right.
I don't,
Yeah.
That's I'm a weird
Maybe you like to be liked.
Well, who doesn't?
Yeah.
your brother's like that.
Oh yeah.
In
All
a
right.
gross man way.
Yeah. In a gross man. All right.
Non-theater head.
I like to write also, but I feel like I kind of do that for work, so I'm not going to say that. I'm super into soccer, you guys.
Really?
Really,
You
really.
are.
I go to games and stuff, yeah. So that would be in.
We
I
should
don't
be on
play,
an
though.
indoor soccer team.
Yeah. I never got to play. My parents wouldn't let me play because it was on the weekends.
Mm.
So they were like, we want our weekends free for family time.
Oh.
So I'm bitter about that, but no, I'm really...
family
That sounds like a nightmare. Talk about the creepy part.
Yeah,
Talk
so
about
over the summer
Peeves.
I was devastated that we did so poorly. Women's soccer did so poorly in Rio, you guys.
Oh yeah.
So bad. But
All of Rio was just like, nah,
a nightmare.
nah,
I'm
yeah,
glad I missed
nah.
it. I didn't have to watch it because we were in rehearsal.
Except
so.
gymnastics.
Yeah, that was great.
Thankfully, we didn't have
did
rehearsal
really
during
well.
gymnastics.
That's probably it, though.
Nice.
I'm into doing all sorts of stuff.
Painting.
Yeah.
Pictures.
I don't like to paint walls and stuff. I don't.
But you do it a lot.
But you do
I
it.
do.
That's
and
why
I
she doesn't
don't
like
it. But I like to do all sorts of things. All sorts of things. I like to build stuff. I like to garden. I like to oh
You're
my
a
gosh.
good crafter too. You're a Pinterest fanatic.
I do like to craft. I'm going to start. I don't know if I should even tell you guys, but I'm going to start doing some things I'm going to churn my own butter. I'm going to.
Are you gonna make your own soap? Because that's what I want to
I've
start
made my own
doing.
soap before, my own candles.
Get over it. We're really white.
I like to do all that stuff that you do and for yourself, that natural stuff. I love
I'm all behind you on that.
herbs, and I love
That's what I bought today for my garden.
I love essential oils. I love all that. I love all that stuff. That's what I love. And yep. And I love doing stuff. I love to go rock climbing and backpacking. Oh my god, backpacking,
Walking. Yep.
and you know what? That's camping.
I like camping. We should all go camping together because that would be the
we should.
funniest thing.
You know
make a lot of
what?
problems.
That's
Everyone
what I love.
wants to buy a can of bug spray.
Oh yeah.
Tons of it.
I keep it in my car.
I have some in my car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate bugs.
Yeah.
If I could just
that's-
pour a bunch of bug spray into a bathtub and just swim in it before I go outside every single time, I would do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So much stuff I
Yeah.
want to do too that I know I would love.
hmm I get that.
Do you ever eat hot dogs over the fire?
You gotta do it.
You do?
Yeah. We
Okay,
used to go camping all the
say
time.
what I can't stand.
Hobos.
Here's an extra peeve for you.
Yeah,
When
bonus peeve.
somebody's cooking a hot dog over the fire and they accidentally touch the wood or something, and then they're like, "Oh, it's ruined."
No, you can eat it.
Girl, the fire's burning all of the stuff off.
I don't like
Close to
You're like
hot
ash
dogs,
on your.
marshmallows. I will not. If it touches the wood, I will
Who?
not eat it.
How do you like your marshmallows?
Burnt.
You burn. You burn
You
yours
like your
too.
marshmallows
First of all,
burnt?
To
let me
a
answer.
crisp.
No,
I will set them on fire and just
Yep.
let it burn.
No,
Yeah,
exactly.
so
Me,
I have
exactly.
to gently toast it.
I don't know the last time I've blown out the fire. I just let it burn
Yeah,
itself
I just
out.
let it
to be
burn.
all
And
the
then
way
just-
through.
yep.
Yes, it has to be ash. It's just
I like
it's
a
just ash on the
charcoal brick.
outside and hard
No,
goo
it's
on the
good.
inside.
Oh, it's delicious.
Even
It tastes so good.
The burn off of the burns.
No, you just eat that.
Ugh.
I eat the whole thing.
Love burnt marshmallows.
Okay,
Good.
sorry to have such a debate.
Man, you know what I want to do is just have a marshmallow, burn it, and then just eat it by itself. I don't even need any of the other stuff.
Yeah,
Just
I
have,
never
full
usually
plate.
make the smart just eat the
on the
marshmallow.
stove.
Okay, my question is what? So, a lot of the times when you tell people what your favorite movies are, some people have problems with them. They say, "Oh, I don't like that movie. It's too scary, or it's too sad, or whatever."
The fuck up.
I'm not calling you out specifically.
You are too.
So, what is a movie that is, in your opinion, universally loved? What do you think is a film that maybe it's not like everyone's? Maybe you wouldn't say, "What's your favorite film?" Oh, it's this.
Not one that's our favorite. That's also University Love.
Oh,
Well, it could be like your favorite.
okay. Well, I think my favorite is universally loved.
Okay.
Mulan.
Mulan
I love
is a good one.
My favorite movie of all time,
Mhm.
and nothing will ever top it. And I think everybody loves it. So.
Yeah, I think it's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I
Yep.
think
What
it's
movie?
alright.
Mulan. I think mine is Toy Story.
That's a good movie.
No.
No?
I
You don't like
actually,
it?
I'm gonna be honest. I
The
never liked
original
Toy
one?
Story.
Wow. Well, you don't have to.
Okay, I'm not gonna say I
I'm
hate
just
it,
one person
Right.
though.
but I don't love it.
You don't have to love it. You just have to not have any problems.
I've
with it.
never
though. I
hated
think
it.
that's
Yeah,
I
that's
just
the thing.
never loved it.
That's the thing. Like you just have to not hate it.
Okay.
So I think
Well-
Toy Story because it's just fun. It's a fun kids movie. It doesn't-
Yeah. My favorite movie, this is always my favorite movie, is Legally Blonde. The first Legally Blonde, not the second or weird third one.
They made
What is that, third one?
Yeah, it's like about twins and
Oh,
weird. It's like
yeah.
straight to
Oh, it's
DVD. It's
terrible.
awful.
That's right.
No, the
Mean
original.
Girls 2.
Yeah, no, the original Legally Blonde with Reese Witherspoon, original one. That is honestly my favorite movie.
I thought Legally Blonde 2 was pretty good too, though.
It's not bad. But yeah, the original one is my favorite movie.
Yeah.
And I think it's super cliche to say that it is, but it is. And I've stopped being embarrassed about it.
I mean, if
That's
it's a
why.
good movie, it's a good movie.
And
You like
it's
it.
really part of pop culture-ish. So,
Yeah,
I don't know.
definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. Legally Blonde. What
Yeah,
about?
I'd say I love that one.
I'm trying to think.
I'm thinking She's thinking
I'm trying to
I
think
went.
of one that's.
Don't say her name.
Finding Nemo?
Finding Nemo's good.
I mean, I
What
guess.
about The Incredibles?
I mean, so
I'm trying to think of that.
Did you like specifically say Disney?
No.
Oh.
It's just that everybody loves
Oh,
it.
you said.
Yeah, everybody loves Disney movies.
Oh my
Except Beauty and the Beast.
She's pouring it through the cork.
Ooh. All right, so to give a little backstory to those at home, we don't have a corkscrew, but we're trying to open a wine bottle, so we stabbed a hole in the cork and we're pouring it through.
Whatever works.
Whatever works.
Movie that everybody likes.
We need a
I'm
corkscrew.
trying to think of stuff that's not like kids movies. I'm not that into kids movies.
Forrest Gump.
Ah!
Nice, you guys get
Forrest
it.
Gump.
Forrest Gump's
There
really
we go.
good. Yeah.
Perfect.
I think a movie that everybody universally agrees is good is Jurassic Park. Because
Oh,
why frickin' not?
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
That was on today.
I know.
I don't like that movie.
Shut up.
What's wrong with it? Give me one thing.
Scary.
All right, well,
There's dinosaurs and you could die.
I mean, you can't. You're watching a movie. You're fine.
Hey, you watch Jurassic Park 2, you could die.
Why?
Comes to America.
Yeah,
True that.
that
true that.
happens in the film.
Do you seriously not direct Jurassic Park because you can see yourself right out of this apartment?
I don't like scary movies. I don't like anything that could scare me in any type of way because it will scare me for about a week.
So we're gonna go real life ghost hunting.
Oh my god.
Remember how I told you if we were gonna do that, I was gonna be awake for like a month.
Yeah, me too.
I can't wait.
I want to do it so bad.
I always want to do those things, and I'm like, I get there and I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking?
That's what we do when we go to haunted houses. We're like, yeah,
We're gonna go this year.
I'm not
Yeah,
going.
we're gonna go.
I'm not going
Yes,
through
you
one.
are.
What?
A haunted
you're
house?
telling me you won't go to a
Yes.
But
haunted
I'm
house
telling
no.
you that I
with
will
people
push
just
you out
like
of my
you
way
and
to get
me.
out of that house. And I know that
Here
about
in the
myself and
but you'll go to
Yeah.
to a graveyard
Yeah.
and do ghost hunting
They're
for
dead.
real live ghosts.
They're dead.
They're not
real life.
But we're not conjuring anybody up.
Yeah, we're just sitting in a graveyard.
Yeah, but that's what
I'm
the
not
ghosts
go-
are.
I
Man,
smell
I
a
just-
T-shirt. Real live ghosts. It'll
Oh
be a
my
ghost
God,
wearing like
we
a
should. We
wearing
should
like a
matching
suit
one.
and going to his
I
job
just
or whatever.
can't. I cannot go through haunted houses. I can go through a haunted corn maze. I can go through any of that, but I cannot be
Uh-uh.
confined
I
in
went
a
through-
building.
The haunted corn
But
maze.
they're just people
I
like you
worked
and
in
me
haunted
going there.
corn
They
maze.
just
It's hell.
No,
I know.
But they have like the costumes on, and whenever something can touch her.
if anything can touch me, or if I can smell that latex, I will vomit all over.
No,
As long as I'm free to like
Yeah.
get my hands
Yeah.
over it, it's fine.
No, I was a monkey in a haunted corn maze, and I would come to people like this.
See, yeah. Slap me
But
down.
like, I would have my like hands like this, like painted nails. And I
Yeah.
had like my little sperry boots on, and they'd be like, "This is scary."
Yeah.
Except me, I'd be like, "What?"
That hayride that we went on was fucking stupid.
It was so dumb.
Hey, it could have been scary. They were like in people's faces, and I was
That
like,
was gross.
But here's the thing, though. If you're scared of Jurassic Park, that means it's good because it's supposed to be scary. You're meant to be scared of it.
I didn't watch Scooby Doo as a child because it was scary.
Scooby-Doo.
girl.
Come
It's
on.
always fake.
And when they did like the live action movies,
Uh-huh, yeah.
it was
I
the first
love
one or the
those.
second
Hey,
one.
by the way, guess
Scared
who's
me so
in
bad.
the new Twin
Freddie
Peaks
Prinze Jr.?
series?
Freddie
Girl.
Prinze Jr.?
No.
Matthew Lillard?
Yeah.
Oh,
Isn't that crazy?
nice.
Yeah.
I love Matthew Lillard.
He's so old now.
Me too.
Sorry.
You do?
Me too. Like, I'm old.
Oh.
No.
No, you're not.
I am. I'm almost halfway.
You were the second youngest in here. Anyway, third youngest.
Do you have a movie that you think is universally loved?
Undercover Brother.
What?
What the hell is that?
Well, no one hates it, so.
I think that was also on this weekend, but I have no idea what it is.
Hashtag white.
I know, but
It's
White
seriously-
chicks? Mean Girls?
Yes.
Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Hello?
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
Mean Girls.
We have to watch Undercover Brother. It's so fucking funny.
Can we do a commentary?
Is it on Netflix?
Yes. Probably.
Nice.
Um,
So what's it about?
It's about this guy who is black.
And he goes
Hashtag
undercover.
undercover brother. He goes undercover to like solve this crime and like it's got not Eddie, what the fuck it Eddie Griffin, I think is his name.
Eddie Murphy.
No.
No, I know who you're talking
He's got
about.
like a pointy nose and like big weird looking eyes. It's we're gonna watch
Yeah.
it. It's
The one
fucking
with the
funny.
face.
The one with the face.
And the ears.
It's fucking funny. We're gonna watch it one day.
Okay. Great. I hope I like it so I can be like everyone else.
I think that a movie that will be universally hated, unfortunately, is Carmen Sandiego in the upcoming Wonder Woman movie.
Why?
Oh, I want to see that so bad.
Because DC movies just cannot get it together.
I just have a feeling, and usually my feelings are right.
She was gonna quit acting before she got cast in that movie.
I missaved her.
Maybe she should have.
This is
Cool.
No, she's great.
cover
I like
of
her
it.
a lot. I just watched Fast and Furious.
Nice.
Wait, who is it?
That's an amazing poster.
Romy and Michelle's high school reunion.
Oh my god.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I watch that movie
Nice
every
choice.
day, all day long for like weeks.
It's because you're too young.
You would like it though.
I do love that movie.
Road Show! Woo!
Alright, so that's movies.
I do
Cool.
love that movie. It's a good one.
Question?
Do you want to go? Alright, next.
Anyone?
I don't think I have a question.
Okay, so I was just in a wedding last weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So my question, again, I'm a little bit older than everyone here, just a teeny bit, just a teeny bit. So
tiny
all
bit.
my friends are getting married now.
She's 88.
No,
I'm 18 years old.
She is Betty White.
So many of my friends are getting married.
Yeah.
It was so super chill, but it was completely not a wedding I would ever have for myself. It was so opposite of what I would ever do. But the bride was not demanding with us either. So she was like, whatever you want to do with your hair, whatever you want to do with your nails. The day of, so super chill, so laid back. What is the extent, like, how far would you go for your friend, I guess?
Depends on the friend.
I-
How far would you go for your friend?
I mean, I went pretty far this past weekend. She was a dear friend from college.
You mean how far would you like
Roommate.
drive?
No,
No,
what would
like,
you do?
physically
Like,
go.
How would you?
if somebody was like, I want you to wear this
Can you tell who's the
hideous,
blonde?
this hideous dress, I want you to do this, like, go to this crazy place you would never go to in your life, I want you to do all these things, it's going to be on this weird day, like, what would you do? And also, what would you do to have somebody, like, with you on your special day? Because there were people there that had driven from, or, like, had flown in from, like, crazy across the country just for a day to go right back. Like,
Yeah.
what's the extent that you would go to be in the wedding?
So you would go far for. Well,
I
like
would
you
depend-
went.
again,
You
it
felt
would-
like you went far for her.
It would depend on the person.
Yeah.
It would depend on the person. But I would do, depend on the person. If I'm a close friend with them, I'd pretty much do whatever you want me to do.
I'd do what they wanted.
That's, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a maid of honor in a wedding right now, and I can tell you I've done fucking everything for
Yeah.
this girl. Like everything.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty much planned this entire wedding.
Fuck that.
But she wanted that.
Yeah.
I would do anything for anybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Because I would want people to. I will treat people for their wedding how I want people to treat me for
Right, it's like,
So
what would you want
that's-
somebody to do for you?
That's exactly what I go through. I know I'm pretty high standards, so I really offer up a lot, guys.
My sister's been in a lot of weddings.
27
Yeah.
dresses a lot?
Oh my god.
27 dresses.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. She has a lot of friends. She's had to do some pretty crazy stuff. And I don't know if I would go that far for that many, people.
Yeah,
Just
how many
because like,
friends can you have?
just because like they're friends that she doesn't know
Yeah,
that
yeah.
well, and she
Trying to
still
smush it down.
goes and like, okay, yeah, I'll be in your wedding and spend like, $200 on a dress, and and she like hasn't seen them in however many years.
Okay, well
and
here's
it's
a good like follow up to that. This bridal party I was in, there were 12 on each side. 12
Damn.
bridesmaids,
God damn.
12 groomsmen.
Why?
The bridesmaids, none of them were siblings. There was one cousin. How
Jesus.
many people would you feel like you needed to have in your wedding? 'Cause
I'm like hard scrambling to find like
yeah, like
5.
would you have a hard time finding people? Would you have too many people? Like you do have a lot of family obligations. Like what is your deal? I know. Because
I'm never getting married, so I don't give a
Right.
shit.
Why on
or
earth?
do you not care and you just don't care?
Say you're in somebody's wedding. How far do you go?
I would
You're in
All or
Mr.
nothing.
Red and Mine's wedding. How far are you gonna go?
all or nothing.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
Like-
I mean,
I hate because some of these bitches in this wedding that I'm in are like, oh my god, the bachelorette party is gonna be. Oh, we were gonna get our nails done and go to a painting class. Oh, I don't think I can do both. Like, bitch, get it together. You're an adult.
Yeah.
Get
Yeah.
And if you can't do both,
Yeah.
then just do one. And don't complain about it.
the
Yeah.
people that
Yeah,
I
you don't
would
have to get your nails done.
I'm just saying, the people that I would have in my wedding are going to be people that are close to me. So I'm going to have some,
Yeah,
If I ever have to get married,
close friends with my
Have
children.
to
you
get
never have to get married. You will never
It's
have.
not obligated.
it's gonna be a very extravagant wedding.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
I'm
have,
sure.
my wedding's
If you're
not
ever
gonna be
made
extravagant,
forced unto
but-
death to
Correct.
I want a very interesting wedding. I want people to go. I want people to walk away from our wedding and just say like, I've never seen that before.
Don't get
and
married
that was
outside.
cool. Oh no,
I beg of all of you.
people. No.
you act so offended.
Why? Because Mother Nature does not like weddings.
No.
Doesn't.
You know
It
what?
doesn't.
My mother just recently got married in an elementary school gym.
Wow.
Yeah, I really want to hear about this.
Oh yeah, tell us about this.
Off the air.
That's it.
Or right now.
I mean, it's happened. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it her dress? Tell us about her dress.
Well, she's so annoying, and I can't fucking stand her. She bought a $75 prom dress that someone else used as their wedding dress, and so that's a thing. I mean, it was white. It was pretty. It turned out to be very
Nothing
pretty.
wrong with that.
There's not, but and then she just didn't pick a real venue. Like I said, it's in a fucking elementary school gym
Well, yeah.
because that's where they have their church at.
Oh, that, alright. Yeah.
So we set it up, and it was child lunchroom tables with tablecloths on them, and it's just it turned out fine.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
the space between my mother and I is from here to fucking hell,
Mhm.
and she's hell,
Yeah.
and I just can't understand. It's I'm so not like that at all. I would never, ever, ever, ever do that.
I have the exact same thing with my
With your
parents.
parents.
It's just they live in a completely different world. They're like, oh, isn't this cute? And I'm like, I want to vomit.
Yeah.
seeing that. Like, why would you think that would be acceptable to put up? or
She
whatever?
just thinks she can say and do whatever she wants to me, and then gets mad because I get mad about it.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and it's worse
Yep.
because we work together. So she'll say stupid shit to me, and I'll just roll my eyes and walk away. And everyone's like, "Oh, you're so mean to your mom." I'm like,
She's mean to me.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
people
sometimes.
don't get it. She quit. She quit the job that we work at, and I didn't even know. I had no idea.
Whoa.
And they're like, "Where's your mom?" I was like, "I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
I've been talking to her in a week and a half."
All right.
Taste wise, on stuff for a wedding,
Mhm.
I would probably if my mom wanted to pick something out, I'd probably just let her go with it and do it because we have similar tastes.
Yeah,
That's good.
I have similar tastes to my mom too.
My mom knows my taste. I wouldn't say
Yeah.
that her taste is my taste, but she knows what I like and what I don't like.
That's how my grandma is.
I'd love to get a male's perspective on how far you if someone asks you to be in
Yeah.
their wedding,
Well,
how far are you going to go?
Yeah, I was gonna say I've always wanted to be the friends, and maybe not specifically to weddings, but I've always wanted to be the guy that would do anything for his friends. Like if they asked anything of me, I would drop it all to do whatever for my friends. But my friends just never asked me to do anything for them. If they did,
I feel that way.
yeah, exactly. If they did, if one of my friends was getting married and they said we need to do this, I would be like, I'm going to do that to the best of my ability because I just want to be there for you.
Right, I feel that way too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
try to do that for all of my friends.
Right. It's just I never get the opportunity because they're always just like, yeah, I'm hanging out.
But I've told him, sometimes even the fact that if they know that you want to be that type of person, sometimes that's enough for people.
Well, I'll
That
tell
they
them all
know
to
that
listen to
you'll be
this
there.
podcast.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
I don't know. I mean, I guess I would go, Like everyone else, it depends on the person.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so like your best.
Asked me to do her mom's hair for her wedding. I mean, Chocolate Thunder. Let me say that again. Okay, cut this out.
It'll be cut. It'll be cut.
Okay, Chocolate Thunder asked me to do her mom's hair for her wedding, and I did it. So it depends on the person. If somebody like some girl I graduated with asked me to do that, I'd be like,
How much?
How
much?
yeah, I'd be like,
How much?
Then I would ask for money, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
With her, I didn't
course you
ask for
would.
money,
Of
even though
course
she
you would,
gave me money
because
anyway.
She
But
is your friend.
yeah,
I mean, she's one of your close friends.
yeah.
And this girl you graduated with, I mean, you need to,
Pay up or shut up. Yeah.
right. I mean, this is what you're going into your career.
hmm
So,
That's
obviously.
So yeah, it would depend on the person, I guess.
Definitely.
Oh, I got
We'll go.
one. What are your most important rules on a date?
Oh.
Like first date?
Yeah,
Okay, first date is different.
What's
than
yours?
on your first date.
What's yours?
What are we starting with?
She has to answer. You have to answer.
Yeah, you have to answer
You have to
first.
answer.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't plan to answer.
Okay,
so.
No, you have to answer your own question.
You have to answer because
That's
what
a
if
rule.
You already told me that.
you have
He
to
did.
answer
He was
first.
saying at the beginning.
You have to answer
No.
first because what if people don't get the question and you have to kind of explain it through example?
Just run with it.
I mean, it's fine in this case. I'll say that to keep in mind what dates are for, which is learning about the other person. So
Yes.
make sure you don't talk about yourself so much that the other person doesn't have a chance to speak. I would say that's a thing that some people might not get. They just be like, yeah, blah, 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 and then you're just like, well, this is who I am, but you maybe never get a chance to.
I'll say that if there is a spark,
Uh-huh.
I better get a damn kiss at the end of that date.
Uh-huh.
That's what was so frustrating. It's like, this was a great date. Bye. I know some people are like, I don't kiss on a first date. Not
Fuck
I'm
that.
I'm not that kind of person. Because I didn't kiss a lot. So I'm like, yeah,
That kind of
kisses.
person.
What'd you say?
I said, I'm that kind of person.
I'm pretty sure you actually said that when we first kissed. You were like,
I literally begged you to kiss me.
can we not talk about this?
We're going to talk about
No.
this because interesting story. Mr. Red and I kissed in a show. Many times.
Oh!
In a show. Started dating. I literally was like, will you fucking kiss me? like 3 weeks after we had started dating.
Cut all of this out.
No!
Go on.
This is important.
Go on.
But that's what it was. I literally, like, we had gone on dates and blah, 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 and he was, like, dropping me off at rehearsal, whatever, and I was like, will you kiss me? He finally did. Thank God.
And we're back.
No, you have to leave it in.
Leave it in.
It's true. That's just a part of our story.
So,
I love
Origin
it.
story?
other
Our origin story.
other rules for first dates.
Ah, yikes. Okay.
I don't know. Go ahead.
I feel like there's like common sense rules that sometimes people break because they're insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, don't be on your phone the whole time.
Yes. Yes.
See,
Well, don't look at me.
that's a hard rule for me because
Like, I didn't not like check it once in a while, but like the entire time, or like,
well, right.
It's being like, meh.
Just like talking
or
as
like,
you're
yeah,
not
don't
looking.
talk about yourself the whole time. Don't assume that like you're getting anything because we're on a date.
I
Like,
was
don't.
gonna do it.
Yes. No, it's okay.
Yeah.
But like, there's Twitter though.
Yeah.
Gotta check Twitter.
Exactly.
Okay, you can check Twitter or you can check out my eyes.
You know how many people?
Let's be real here. Nobody's checking eyes on the first date. It's
On
titties.
my eyes?
It's titties.
No, but she has very pretty eyes.
Oh.
Oh.
Leave it in.
Cut this out.
Yeah, cut all that out.
And we're back.
That's a good.
I went on a date with a guy a while ago, and it was fucking weird because I'd like talked to this guy a long time ago, and then all of a sudden we just kind of like spur of the moment, like whatever, let's fucking go on a date.
Mhm.
I didn't like him. He was fucking weird, I thought. And he just like kept talking to me and just like, he just obviously because that's what you do on a date. But like the bill came and it was like it was a weird like, am I going to pay for the whole thing or are we going to split it? And I was just kind of like, you know what? Split it. I'll pay for my shit. You pay for your shit and I'm going to bounce.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like on the first date, I feel like you need to like establish that, or like
It's very because it makes the whole date stressful. Because then you're like wondering at the end, like, oh, what are we gonna do?
because now it's like, am I supposed to pay or is he supposed to pay,
Right.
or do we split it, or like you pay and I leave the tip, and vice versa?
Yeah, I think I guess he would just have to talk about
It's
it.
but like, how do you bring that up? Like,
I honestly, I don't know if you guys probably don't feel the same way I do, but I'm pretty traditional. I feel like guys should pay.
on the first
feel
date,
like the guy should at least
I agree.
offer to
On the
pay.
first date, yeah.
I would like them to offer to pay.
I wouldn't know. I went out with an 18-year-old who didn't have any fucking money, so I paid.
Right.
I mean,
No,
I mean-
if you're trying to take
And
me
that's-
out
and that's all
you
I've
have
been
like
at, yeah.
anything going on with me, you need to pay for our first date.
Okay, but
PSA.
for
Yeah.
gay guys, it's
Yeah.
a little different.
yeah,
Right.
what
Look
do
at you
do?
piping up.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it really just, for gay guys, it's just, it really could go either way. It's not like a certain person has to pay. Like, for me personally, I feel like I used to, like, want to be paid for, but as I get older and, like, you know, start, like, maturing and stuff, I feel like I want to, and start having money. I want to be the one to pay, because it makes me
Is
feel
anybody
good.
gonna eat these lemons? Because I want to eat them.
Go ahead.
Usually, isn't it like the asker, you know, whoever asks
Yeah, that's what I
out,
think,
usually picks up the bill,
Yeah.
and then the
Yeah.
next time, maybe
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I guess that's a good way to go.
kind of switch it, you know.
See, I'm
Like,
not
I'm
gonna
asking
initiate
you
a
to
date.
come out with me, so
Right.
I'll pay for you.
So, but if a guy asks you to go out with him, you
Then-
kind of expect
yeah.
him to pick it up.
Yeah.
And then the next time you go out, you know,
Hmm.
and then that's kind of what I'm saying, like, if a guy was to ask me out on a date, I wouldn't expect him to be like, okay, let's split it, or can you pay? I wouldn't expect that. I would expect him to pick it up.
Yeah,
But-
that's true. That's
But as the relationship continues, I don't
you should,
expect
you
it.
should not expect
After
somebody
that
to
first date,
continue to pay for you.
you can talk
Yeah,
about
I don't expect
You could
that
at
the
least
relationship
offer.
continues.
I
for
feel
that
like
to continue.
The
forever,
guy pays
obviously.
on the first date, the girl pays the second date, and
And
thereafter you talk. You just
You
discuss
fucking
it.
talk about it.
No,
Like
Or
it's
you
all-
split it.
I know people
We
who
split
just
all the
assume
time,
they're
Pretty
and
much.
people go fucking nuts over
Yeah,
it.
people are so weird
Go to a
about it.
restaurant and they just like bring a bill, and I'm like, we need 2 bills, and they're like, what?
And then you just
I
said
saw you like making out in the booth. Like, what do you mean you're gonna split this bill? Just be like, it's 21st century, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
Like
know.
I usually get
I
the
mean-
bill set down right in front
I
of
know,
me.
I hate that.
That's how a lot of people are, but I don't know. I mean,
When totally not date related, but when I go with my grandparents, because they're both white, they say, "Is this together or is it separate?"
Oh,
And
fuck
then
that.
and then when they say it's together, they give me the bill.
Oh.
Oh,
Wow.
that's shitty.
Hmm.
It's weird. It's such a weird thing to have.
I would never
a
do that.
white
I'd always
family.
give it to the older people.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, why wouldn't they give it to
No, I don't have any
It is.
money.
It's weird.
Right.
I'm a poor black child. These white people took me in.
Yeah. They pay for everything.
But yeah, people set
Definitely.
that bill in front. Even when I like put the card in, it has my name, which is kind of girly. I mean, my name could be a guy, but
You've said it before.
I know.
I'll
but
censor it.
so, and they still hand it to him. It's just like, okay.
It's weird. I get it, but I don't really get it.
Okay, mine's kind of lame.
No, it's
Okay.
Mine was lame.
Just because I can't
Movies.
think of anything else. Okay. What? I know this is super typical. What?
Super gay.
What role would you guys like to play that you know you could never play?
Oh, I have one.
Ooh. Let me
Fuck you.
Let me
with
think
this
about
question.
that. Let me fucking think.
Ready? I'm gonna go.
Go ahead.
Cole House Walker in Ragtime. I could
Okay.
never play that.
Okay.
For multiple reasons. But I love that show. It's my favorite show. And he sings the most amazing song. So that would be it.
Wow.
Cole House Walker in Ragtime.
I'll go.
Oh.
And it's probably because I've just been working on the show for the past 3 months, but friggin' Gaston. That's a great role.
Yeah.
Like, that is a great role for
Really is.
men. It's a great singing role. It's a fun character. I'll go with that.
Mm-hmm.
Because she should have ended up with him. No, I'm just kidding. kidding.
I just would have totally went with that.
I know, but that's just the type of women we are.
If the most popular guy in town
Bad at
looked
his
like,
eyelashes,
yeah.
I'd be like, hello.
Okay, I'll put you in the parking lot. Let's go. We can ride that carriage together.
It's usually the type of guy I go for, so.
Yeah.
He's the beauty in Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. What if?
What if?
How funny.
Yeah,
Um,
about this.
Mine, I think, might actually be Elle Woods from Legally Blonde.
Oh.
That's a very good part. I like that show.
It's a big.
It's a big role.
Yeah, and it's a big role too.
And a million costume changes.
Yes.
A million.
I love costume changes.
What's yours?
I mean, I have several. Mimi from Rent. I would love to play Mimi.
Oh.
That would be.
I think you
super
can play
fun.
Mimi anyway.
There are versions of
Um,
Rent where it's just like it doesn't matter, just whatever.
What's her name from
Those
Hairspray?
versions better not come around
Which
here.
one?
The black
That's all I've
lady.
got to say.
Motormouth?
Yes. Just that one song. What is that song she sings?
Man, you don't even.
I know where I've been.
Yes. I love that song so much. Yeah.
Nice.
Probably those two. Those two are probably the good ones.
I've got
Okay,
Yeah,
what?
yours.
Don't be embarrassed.
No.
Oh, come on.
You guys know how much I love Les Mis.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jean Valjean.
Ooh.
That's a good.
It's a
that's
good role.
I
role.
love singing those songs, you guys.
2, 4,
Yeah.
6, so
I love it. I love it.
That's a really good
love
show. A lot
That
of
is
people.
so weird to me.
What?
That you like that music.
Oh my god, it's my
Oh,
favorite.
yeah.
It's other than Rent. It's my favorite.
Yeah.
Those are like.
Other than Rent.
Yeah.
Other than Rent.
I don't
It's my
like
favorite.
that.
I love Les Mis. I love it.
What's yours? You say?
She didn't say hers.
Oh, what's yours?
I want to play everything.
Yeah.
You can't, and you can.
I
That's
can't.
The
No,
thing.
I can't. I cannot. I'll never be able to play Elle Woods. I will never be able to play Tracy Turnblood. I will never.
I'm glad you're good.
The whole premise
I
is
know.
of being white.
Yeah, I mean that show.
I will never play Belle.
You could play
I'll
Belle.
play Belle. Tony Braxton.
I won't though, unless I decide to revamp the Tony Braxton version that's in the key of me.
the cute.
That needs to be a t-shirt. The key of me.
There's so many things.
We need to make some serious t-shirts.
Yeah.
We should just have like a t-shirt making party.
Oh my god, I used to work at the store and make t-shirts.
Of course you did. No.
Good question.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Because I thought it was just going to be like, what's a role you've always wanted to play? And I was like, oh, yeah. But
Me
this,
neither.
like, one that you, like,
Me
cannot
Yeah,
play.
yeah.
And yeah, obviously.
Awesome. I think that's all the questions. Is that all the questions?
Yeah.
So
That's
is.
it.
I think we did.
Wow.
Damn.
So,
I
by the
know.
time this comes out, Wonder Woman will be in theaters, so I can't tell you to go see that, but support your local DC Comics.
Support your local theater.
Yeah.
Support your local gay clubs. Go
Support
on
your
gay
local
night.
black star. Oh my god, we went to the gay club, well, the gay bar last night.
What one?
Ugh.
Pachyderm. I hadn't been there since I was in high school, and I was like,
Dude, I've been there
"There's a
forever.
reason
Forever.
why." Yeah,
Let me
Forever.
specify gay clubs, not gay bars.
gay bar. Let's go to
Mm.
the club. Trying to get my jiggy on.
All right, well, this has been Peeves and Cues. Thank you for listening.
Sure has.
Sure has. Now, if you want to follow along at home, you can email us your own questions, peeves, comments, concerns, to peevesandcuespodcast@gmail.com. And also, if you want to send us shorter questions, send us likes or whatever on Twitter, you can do that at Peeves and Cues. I'm at Twitter at Mr. spelled out the long way, Red 2342. That's at Mr. Red 2342.
You can catch me on Snapchat at RMFLooney.
Cool.
Nice. No censorship there.
Where can you find Carmen Sandiego, huh?
You know, you can find me out there on social media, and I do have a public Twitter, but good luck. Good luck to you.
Good luck
Good
finding
night,
out.
good luck.
All right. Anyone else? Anything to plug?
Please like Clever Girl Effect Studios on Facebook.
You can find me on the corner.
But not in the closet.
Not in the closet.
Not in the closet.
Good night.
Thanks for listening. Shut it down.